Hey, what's up? This is actually not a shoe review video. It's a little deeper than that. I know usually I do the shoe reviews, but really my thing with the shoe reviews is I'm trying to make it big, and shoes is definitely something a part of my life. But I want to talk to you guys about something else, and that's chasing your goals. 2 years, or not even 2 years ago, when I was a kid, one of my biggest goals is I wanted to be on TV. Whether it was an actor or a news anchor or something, I wanted to be on TV. And I know it's not easy, it's definitely a hard thing to do. And one of my biggest things is my family. Like, everyone over excels except me. I was always the average person, never really amounted to anything. I've got a cousin who owns his own dentist place and is doing great with that. My mom, she's an optometrist and she's doing great with that. My dad's an engineer and he's doing great with that. I've got a cousin in the NFL and like I've just got there's just so much, and a pharmacist cousin. So it's like, so many people in my family always amount to great things. And it's like hard, when you're not even, you're just average, you're not overdoing it, and there's times where I've slipped up big time, and it was hard for me to come back, but I did. And the biggest thing about this video is don't ever give up on your goals. Like I said, my biggest goal was my big thing right now is I want to be in the news. I want to be a news reporter. I realize that's something I've always wanted ever since I was a kid, and it'd be great to be an actor, but like realistically, that's something I can do, and that's something I wanted. I almost gave up on this goal. I was ready to just throw it all away. I was ready to just not even try anymore, and school wasn't going the best way for me either. And you know, uh, I held in there though. I was ready to give up, but I just gave it one more shot. I did what I needed to do, and I did everything right, and it paid off. I'm getting one of the biggest breaks ever. 2 weeks from now, I get to meet the co-founder of CNN, and my dream is to work with CNN and be a reporter. And I get to meet him and introduce him from the class, and it's just, I know it's not the biggest step, but just building that relationship with him and showing him my passion that I have for this career it's the reward itself. This is something that, building up those connections early on and then just doing everything else you need to do so it just falls in place. So like I said, if you have a goal, don't ever listen to anyone when they say it's too stupid or you can't do it. Just don't listen to them. So many people told me I couldn't do what I want to do. So many people told me I wouldn't even go to college. People told me I wouldn't graduate high school. People told me all these things my whole life, and there were times where it almost got to me. And it did get to me, but sometimes I just snap and I'm like, no, I can't. Like, I can't keep listening to everyone outside. I got to do what makes me happy, and what makes me happy is TV. I watch it differently than most people. I would always imitate the actors. I just loved everything about it, and I realized, something with the TV industry would work for me, and the news is definitely the biggest part. And now that this is all happening, I can't believe it. I'm getting my big break, like I said, in 2 weeks. It's, before I was lazy, I'll be honest. I sat on the couch. If you expect great things to happen to you, you just can't expect you can't expect anything if you just sit down and do nothing. It's okay. We'll use it as shoe terms. Before the whole Twitter RSVP and everything, people used to camp out, and the longer you waited patiently and just stood there and struggled, especially here in Oregon where it's rainy and all that crap. You were rewarded in the end because you got the pair of shoes. And that's the same thing with this. Is like, if you expect to stay home, you're not getting the shoes. There's no way you're getting the shoes. And if you're staying home, it's probably going to be a lot harder to get it later on in life because prices and everything. That's the same thing with life. I know I'm using this to relate it to it, but it's just I know people hear it all the time, oh, go after your goals, go after your goals. I'm a normal kid from Tigard. I grew up, I mean, it's a small, not really small, it's like 40,000 people in Oregon. I mean, not really a big state. It's well known, but not really, like, especially in my area. Everyone knows Portland, no one knows Tigard. And I'm about to get my big break soon. I mean, dreams, dreams happen when you chase them. You can't just say you're chasing your dream and you're just sitting on your ass doing nothing. Ever since the start of this year, I've been going after what I want. I talked to my journalism teacher. I built a great relationship with him, and now everything is coming into place. If you have something, a goal or dream, it's not enough just to have that dream. You got to really fight for it. You got to show that passion. You got to show that desire. There's like 300 kids in my journalism class, and the difference between a few of us and the rest of them is we show that passion and desire. We're the ones who, I'm not saying we'll all make it, but we're the ones who get noticed. We're the ones that teachers want to see get higher in everything they do and stuff like that. And once the teacher sees that, they have all sorts of hookups, especially our journalism teacher. He's actually friends with this co-founder guy. So it just helps. Building a relationship with the teachers that you have is definitely an important thing too. But, my biggest thing with this video is don't ever, ever give up on your dream. I don't even care if your dream is to be a rodeo clown. If it's something you love and it's something you want to do it. And don't listen to anybody. I don't care if your dream is to be a basketball player and you're one of the worst players. Don't listen to anybody. Just keep practicing, keep doing what you do, and eventually you will make it. It's once. I had that dream, right? But I never did anything. I didn't do anything. There's something that sparks inside you, and that's when you're down and you're at the bottom. There's literally nothing else left for you. That's when it sparked for me. I was at my most bottom. My grades were terrible. Everything was just not working out for me, and that's when it sparked for me. That's when it hit for me, and that's when it's always hit for me. Sophomore year, I was doing terrible in high school. Sophomore year, terrible, and once everyone kind of lost faith in me, didn't really think I was gonna do it. That's when it sparked, and that's when I got my stuff straight, and I graduated high school. It's not hard. It really isn't. You just need that drive and passion, and I promise you, the more and more you work at it, the more and more that spark and drive. You need to have it so bad where it's something you sleep with and something you wake up with. It's something that's on your mind 24/7, something you can never think of. You don't think of anything else. And that's exactly with me. I can't think of anything else. I keep thinking of scenarios of me, on the news, being an actor, being in movies, something. And now that I'm actually chasing it, now that things are going into place and happening for me, it's the most incredible feeling ever. It's just dreams. People have big dreams, and I think the issue is a lot of people have even somewhat the same dream I do. I think the biggest difference between me and them is I'm chasing them. I'm going after them, and I'm working my ass off to get there. I'm not taking any shortcuts. I don't have any excuses. My dad came to this country with $100 in his pocket, and he had a dream. And that dream was to have one of the greatest families he can have. He can support them. He can make sure that they don't ever have to worry about anything financially. And I'm not saying we're rich. I'm not saying he's $1 million, story. But, that kind of drive, that kind of passion, that's what people need in life. And, his story is great. And if you guys really like this video, I wouldn't even mind posting another video about his story. I mean, if my father can make it and do what he did, I promise you, every single one of you can do it. I don't care if it doesn't matter where you're born. I don't care if you're born in the Bronx, New York, or Compton, LA. Compton, not LA, whatever. I don't care where you're born. Whatever you have to do it. Whatever goals you have, go after them. Because I promise you, one day it'll be gone. I mean, this is my second year of school. I mean, 2 more years I graduate, and then I'm gone. If I didn't start doing this now, if I didn't start going after it now, what would I have? I can't just go to him senior year, oh, I want to be a broadcaster and stuff like that. I mean, it doesn't work like that. You got to start early and build. Just keep building on from it. The more you build, the more you have, and the better infrastructure you have, and the better person you are. You know, pick up activities, do anything you can. Just be a better person in general. Go after your dreams. Don't listen to anybody. And, you know, when people start hating on you, don't call them out. Don't call them haters. That just shows that they're jealous of what you have. They're jealous of that drive that you have. They're jealous of it because they don't have that same drive. I know plenty of my friends that don't have the drive of what they want to do and stuff like that. It's when you have that drive, eventually it works for you. Eventually you will make it, and once you make it, I promise you, there's no other feeling like it. It's like winning the Powerball right now for me. I feel like I don't know. It's just hard to explain. Now that I'm actually going after my goal and things are working out for me, I've never been so happy in my life. And I'm telling you right now, all of you watching this, just go after what you want to do. Don't listen to anybody else. Chase your dreams. Just never ever listen to all the haters. Always look at the positive side. Look at how you can improve yourself and just be a better you. Yeah. That's all I have to say, and I really hope you got a lot out of this. Like I said, I know you guys hear it all the time, but you really don't know how. I mean, I didn't think any of this would ever happen to me. Now that it's starting to work, I can't believe it. You know, I'm so thankful, and it's been a crazy ride, and you know, things are starting to look up. You know, it's like they say, you know, once you're at your bottom, nothing but good things end up happening. I'm signing out. I hope you got a lot out of this, and keep watching and subscribing. Yeah, I'll post more stuff, and maybe more of these inspirational videos. See you guys.